All right, guys, we have to do a little recap of Frosk 2.0. Now, I am not going to play the video again, partly because I'm wondering if the video is why my last video got demonetized. But this clip of Alyssa Mercante channeling her inner Frosk has gone viral. People have mocked it all to hell. There have been dozens of videos made about her, the narcissistic, evil woman that she is. And of course, now we're having articles come out from That Park Place talking about how the Kotaku senior editor, Alyssa Mercante, challenges YouTubers to fights. Vera Dark accepts. Now, if you don't know Vera Dark, she's a big YouTuber, covers a lot of things going on in the gaming industry, games media, and of course, she's been very critical of Alyssa Mercante. She ended up on her list of evil YouTubers. And so, of course, this article goes on to say, Mercante shared a clip of her appearance and stated, "I want people in the industry to be a little bit louder about people being mean to each other, blah, blah, blah." So we've already seen that part of it, but what was more interesting was later on it says it would be wildly interesting if people in the video game industry did indeed take her advice, given Mercante is one of the meanest people operating in it. One need only look at what she posts on X. Recent post details she's marinating in men's tears. So here's the thing about Alyssa Mercante. She is very much the epitome of the current day woke left-wing feminist lunatic, because at the same time, while she says sex work is work, and she was a sex worker herself, she's also the kind of person that would hate men and anybody who would actually approach a sex worker. So it's like, you can't hate straight heterosexual men as a female if you're a sex worker, but at the same time say empower women and empower sex workers. It doesn't work both ways. If you hate your clients and you tell them you hate them, they're not going to employ your services. They're going to go to somebody who's a little bit nicer than you are, definitely easier on the eyes if we're being honest about it. So it says in another post, she attacked former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern, writing, "Mark Kern is an old crusty bigot, and I have a ton of super rare merch from the game he drove into the ground that I'll be auctioning off for Trans Lifeline once I'm back and settled after SGF Summer Game Fest." And again, I talked about this on my live stream last night. She has like his old Firefall merch that she's going to, of course, try to rub in his face by donating the proceeds to her charity, which is like a trans charity or something. And yeah, that's just kind of her entire grift, is that she is pro-woman, pro-feminist, pro-Palestine, pro-LGBT, anti the chuds, anti-right-wingers, pro-sex workers. That's literally all she does. That's her entire thing. That's why she stood up for Sweet Baby Inc. so hard. And so after she challenged people to fight, Vera Dark, and a few other people we'll get into as well, said, "Hey, sign me up, I'll do it." So it says, as for her challenge to fight, YouTuber Vera Dark accepted after the video was posted. Dark wrote on X, "I can't hit up this little biatch who's hiding behind a block, so send me a DM and let's talk match detail." She added, "Let's do one better and lay it out publicly. Winner gets 1K, loser has to put up content publicly announcing their loss, which would be an article from you or a video from me, and maybe 3 months for a venue and to train." And of course, the other person here, Mara Jade, OG Mara Jade on Twitter, said, "Come fight me physically, bitch." And then she said, "Challenge accepted, sweetheart," with a picture of her 3 first-place judo trophies. And the funny thing is, Mara Jade, I'm pretty sure, is an ex-Marine or ex-Army. So I have no doubt that between the two of them, one of them could probably handle themselves quite well against Alyssa Mercante, who Alyssa just seems like she spends most of her time going and posting pictures of herself half naked on Twitter after gym sessions and whatnot, trying to act like she's still got it, after all these years. She's got to be pushing 40 by now based on how she looks, I would assume. Again, she likes to pick on crusty old men, but she's not looking so hot herself. So this article from Smash JT talks about how she took another L after her challenge kind of blew up in her face. And it says, Alyssa Mercante recently found herself in the center of the public's eye yet again after issuing a challenge to the internet, claiming she was ready to fight anyone who dared to accept. Her tough talk, however, has now been exposed as hollow bravado, with people, especially women, stepping forward to take her up on the offer. And I talked about this last night. I don't think any men would honestly... Well, okay, I'm sure that there's a man out there who would. I don't think any self-respecting man should ever fight a woman. Unlike Alyssa Mercante, I don't think men and women are the same thing. I don't think they should be fighting each other. But of course, Alyssa backed out. Said, "I don't need any of this to be on camera. We could just meet up if you prefer." So when basically Vera Dark said, "Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go and actually have, professional refereeing and policing, and we're not going to have the attendees be able to get in the middle of it, and it's going to be a fair fight. We're going to train for it and, donate proceeds to a charity." Alyssa goes and says, "No, let's be ghetto. Let's be ratchet, and we're just going to fight in some back alley somewhere." First of all, think about it. This is a professional person, a journalist, basically challenging some random YouTuber to a street fight. She won't debate Vera Dark. She won't actually go on a live stream and discuss things with her. She won't do any sort of interview. She won't do any sort of like sit down and talk about the differences they have. But she wants to fight her in a back alley somewhere. Pretty interesting. So, of course, Vera Dark calls her out on this and says, I was totally interested in a live stream sanctioned match, but now she's just devolved into threatening me with an illegal street fight. That's mentally deranged behavior. Reminds me of a certain group of people out there, Antifa, seek help, girly pop, in Kotaku. And then Vera continued and said, you already tried to change the terms, though, to get out of it. So I should just trust you, huh? No shot you expect someone else to do all that preparation when you're the only one who went on the unhinged rant in the first place. Oh, no, hang on a second. Oh, no, this was Vera's response. I just want to make sure that wasn't from Alyssa Mercante. So Vera continued and said, I would require streaming it to my channel as it is an event I'm affiliated with. I want my, quote, bigot viewers to see everything that happens. Prize money can go to the charity chosen by the winning side. I would also require that what was said in my first post. The loser has to put up an apology on their main platform. Maybe even a live debate on your standpoint on the gaming industry. And this is the part right here that Vera has been trying to get Alyssa to do for months. And rather than resorting to violence, why won't she just debate her is what she's trying to do. And at the end of the day, Alyssa, you're desperate for relevancy. If you think fighting YouTubers is going to change your image with gamers, you should be prepared for a losing battle. You just look like an idiot. The reality is, Alyssa's not worried about her the way she looks with gamers. She's doing exactly what she wants to do. She wants to be the enemy of gamers. She wants to be Anita Sarkeesian 2.0. That's what she wants, okay? That's why she's resorting to this level. And of course, Keemstar, who I know people have very varying opinions on, Keemstar over at Drama Alert. He's kind of got the Leonardo DiCaprio problem where he's dating women who keep getting younger and younger the older he gets. I guess that's the running joke. But he actually contacted Alyssa and said, hey, I'll set up your fight. And of course, I can't see her post here because I'm blocked. But she basically responded that she doesn't want to work with him because she's not going to give him money. And he said, look, I wouldn't earn any money from this. I haven't earned any money from setting up any fight in the past. As far as you not liking me, okay, I don't even know you, but fellow creators asked for help in setting up this fight, so I'm down to help. Yeah, her whole thing was, I have no respect for you, or I'm not going to work with you because I dislike you. Basically is how it works. And Vera Dark tweeted out a few hours ago, hello, Darkness, my old friend. I'm now reblocked by Alyssa again. So after all that back and forth, after all the vitriol, after all the threats and the challenges and trying to meet out some sort of like middle ground that they could figure out where they could actually, benefit somebody out of this. Hey, at least if it goes to charity, there's going to be a charity somewhere out there that's going to benefit, right? Unfortunately for Alyssa, well, I would say unfortunately for many of us, the charity Alyssa would pick would most definitely be something like GLAAD or something that wants to trans your kids, I'm sure. But of course, Alyssa doesn't want to actually fight. She's not going to put up. She's not going to go after somebody who can actually hold their own. She's going to use her little army of simps. She's going to take these guys, these soy jacks sitting on a couch behind her and say, oh yeah, they just hate women. They hate strong, independent women. They don't know what a real woman looks like. They're all incels. And then lash out at people without any actual debate. She's not going to defend her ideas. She's not going to actually engage with people. She's just going to pull the same crap that she's been doing for months until inevitably when Kotaku collapses and she has to find a different job. So that being said, I'm going to leave it right there. Make sure to check out Meta PCs down in the description below. I will catch you guys later. All right, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for being here. I do have two channels, Minimal Effort Podcast, as well as my gaming channel. I do have a Twitch and Kick for my gaming channel. We do live streams over there occasionally, maybe once a week. And then if you are in the market for a new PC, make sure to check out Meta PCs. Click the link I have down below. Use code TBO at checkout for a special discount. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.